I'll leave it
Oh
at that
no.
till after the.
We're live.
Yep.
And we're live. Exactly. You know, Star Trek One gets Star Trek the motion picture gets such a bad rap, and I love that film. You know, oh God, I love that film when
I
it came
remember
out.
going to see that with Pop, with my dad. Yep.
And, oh gosh, it was just like, oh my God, this is great. It was a pilgrimage, you know, to go see that movie.
I remember my mom went to go see it at the movie theater, and she
Mhm.
took me with her, but she didn't make me see it. I wasn't like big into Star Trek when I was a kid. I didn't really
Mhm.
get into Star Trek until Next Generation, to be honest. And
Oh no, I can dig that.
Yeah, same here.
and she went to go see Wrath of Khan, and I think I went to go see like Secret of Nim.
Both great movies. You know,
Yes.
I have to say.
I saw Wrath of Khan and I saw Star Trek 1 in the theater with my pop.
Yeah, Wrath of
Cool.
Khan blew me away.
Yeah.
God,
Good.
that is definitely where everybody's in full agreement. Wrath of Khan being the best
Mhm.
one.
It's not.
Very
It's not even.
exciting.
It's not even just the best Star Trek movie. It's just one of the best sci-fi movies. Period.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah.
Top 10, for
Hmm.
sure.
And one of the best movie villains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I enjoyed the
With
whale one
my
too.
last breath. Oh, I love that one too. No, that's
Mhm.
Star Trek 4.
Voyage Home.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but yeah,
Huh?
definitely. Star Trek 2 is up there with Empire Strikes Back.
From Hell's Heart,
Uh,
I spit at thee.
yes, that's what I'm gonna
Mhm.
try to quote.
And I just
From Hell's
remember
Heart.
that when they put
I
the little
spit
bug in the
at thee.
guy's ear.
Yeah.
Remember
Oh
when they were?
yeah,
I was, oh man, I must have been. I don't know when that movie came out. When did that movie come out?
killed, you know, 12 of, 12 of my
This is
crew,
SETI Alpha
including my
5.
darling wife. It's a SETI
mean,
Alpha 5. Oh my
This is
God.
SETI Alpha
82,
5.
June 4th, 82.
Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
8, almost 9.
hmm
Love you.
I think I think it was
I'd have been 11.
12, 11 or 12.
hmm
Oh God, that's a
Yeah.
SETI Alpha 5.
This is SETI Alpha 5. All right.
That's
Well,
great.
Yeah.
speaking of SETI
Full
Alpha 5.
speed, damn you.
All right, Chris said we're getting to the game now.
Okay, okay.
I
sorry,
need you to. I need you to focus. I need you to center. All right. Who wants to give us a recap of what happened last time?
Um, I could start.
Go
We
for it.
we
You go ahead and
started.
start, and I'm going to
Okay.
go take my shoes off. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
We started in Arcadium in the inn. Had
Yep.
some fancy breakfast of flapjacks and sausage, if I remember correctly.
You are correct.
Um, we conversed with the innkeeper for a little bit, and we talked about our plans. You know how we were gonna, what our next step was, and we asked him about where the high constable was. He told us what his name was,
Her.
and we proceeded to head into town. And Trey told us, the city seemed pretty orderly, like it actually had a plan, and seemed like really laid out. I don't know why I remember that, but that's what he said. And we went into the town square. He kind of laid it out for us. There was a lot of vendors around. There was the stage that we surmised some people might have been hung from at some point. But we met the lady. What was her name? Bridget, the potion lady.
Yeah.
Gretchen.
Yeah.
Regret. Oh yeah, well,
Gretchen.
she was selling potions. We went through the various potions. Loomis discovered that he doesn't have that much money when it comes to potions. They're all pretty expensive, but hey, he just started, so um, he'll get there. And I think you guys bought a couple of healing potions.
Hmm.
And then we did some
And a
scanning.
flying potion.
A flying potion, that's right.
Yeah. One flying potion.
We did a couple of perception checks and identified the high constable. But right when that happened, a Werven flew over and dropped a what was it?
Iron Golem.
An iron
Wyverns.
golem
2
was
wyverns airdropped an iron golem down on top of you.
yes. And then so Loomis used his crossbow. They bounced off. Um, he got gravely wounded. Was able to do 3 good hits, and at that point he was almost dead. And
So mechanically, just to step in here for a second.
sure.
Those things can't be hurt by normal weapons. They have to be hurt by magic weapons or weapons that are laced with adamantine. None of which
Okay.
it was stuff that y'all have. Now y'all have magic weapons, but your crossbow. That's why the
It
bolts weren't
bounced off.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't remember what were the spells that you guys did.
Oh, I did smite.
Smite, okay, and Soren, you were doing the flame, right? Or one of those didn't work. It
The
made him
flaming
stronger.
one, the electrical one did, but then the flaming
Yeah.
healed him back up.
The fire
Okay.
one actually healed him. Y'all did like 25
Yeah.
points of damage to him with something, and then
Yeah, that was,
and then
there
Soren
was a
healed it
lightning bolt or
immediately.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that was me. I negated my own spell damage.
That
with
was
the second
awesome.
spell.
That was like a feel good moment of the game.
but my smite seemed to work fine.
Yeah, smite worked pretty good.
I think that's all I got. For
Well, we were there. We actually only went to the market in the first place to find the High Constable. But actually, you had it all perfect there, Hagar. But
Oh,
when that fight was over, we did follow the High Constable back to his
okay,
office, and we did ask him a few questions about the Order Arcanum and the Order Esoterica. Also, to interject, Gretchen, the potion lady, works for Numeria at the magic store. She runs the Wondarium, which is I
It's
guess a greater magic store.
her name is Numara.
mm-hmm.
Sorry, Numara,
Numara.
not Numeria. My bad. My bad typing. Um, so
And then,
we did
go
find
ahead.
out that the Esoterica leader is a high elf that uses lots of potions and
Not a high elf, a half elf.
half elf.
Half
Damn.
elf. Sorry.
And but we were told by the High Constable to head to see the Magister at the college. I believe his name is Lester.
Yes.
And he runs the college and would probably be the best to tell us more about the Order Esoterica.
Was the High Constable's name Kirsten or Kirsten?
Her.
No, it was a dude.
Kirsten.
A
Yeah,
dude named
Kirsten.
Kerr.
Okay, Kirsten.
Kerr.
Oh,
No.
Kerr.
Oh, Kerr. There it is. Gotcha. There we
Kerr.
go. It's Kerr. Gotcha. Cool. Kerr.
All right.
D-
Right.
Kerr.
So
I think that's, and then
we ended there, and you guys presumably were gonna go over to the inn for ham night.
Oh, that's right. It was
Oh,
ham
yeah.
night.
Big doings for ham night. Big crowd comes in on ham night. All kinds of different hams, salt cured, different glazes, maple, honey, tangy barbecue. All manner of wonderment there at the end on ham night. So you guys go to sleep, pretty full. You get a good night's rest. You get your all your hit points back, all your spell slots,
mm,
all
cool,
of your
cool.
long rest abilities and short rest abilities like action surge and second wind, all that good stuff. And you wake up the next day. Let me drag this down here. constable is not there. Dougal, however, is, and he comes over to your table, and he's like, "Oh, good morning, lads.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you finding Arcadium?"
A little deadly.
Exciting.
Delicious.
Exciting.
Yes, I heard about your exploits in the market. Some sort of giant creature.
There's a
Was a
giant metal man.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, the ham so far is the highlight of our stay.
It'll help
What a
you.
wonderful ham night.
It'll help you power up. And he gives you a thumbs up.
I give him a webbed thumb up.
And I give him a nod. Thankful nod.
Well,
Same
are you going to be staying with us again, or
Yes.
do you have other business in town? What are you getting up to?
Well, we definitely plan on trying to go catch somebody over at the university. And we do have some, I guess, what is it? Directions,
Ah,
which will help us.
well, if you were able to find the market, the university will be easy to find. It's about halfway there, on the north side,
We will
halfway in
definitely,
between here and there.
Yes, if you'll have us, Dougal, we would clearly like to stay in your inn.
Very well. We will have your rooms cleaned while you are out for the day.
What
Thank-
is on tap for, or I should say, on the plate for dinner tonight?
Well, tonight it's not quite the wonderment of ham night, but tonight there is an exciting pot roast offering.
I love pot roast.
Pot
Very
roast
well.
with spicy potatoes and sugared carrots.
Very nice, sir.
Mouth watering. Well, shall we head out, gentlefolk?
Yes, let's do.
All right, so you guys head out and make your way towards the university. And yeah, it's exactly where he said it is. It's about halfway along the way to where you remember the market was. It's on the north side. Very, very nice, elaborate, ostentatious looking building. No expense was spared to make this a showy place of learning.
Marble floors and such.
Marble floors, marble columns, the finest limestone. Truly a sight to behold.
Carvings that were obviously made by masters, not hacks.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
This looks to be a place of learned, wise folk.
Well, come, gentlefolks. Let's make our way in.
So, as you enter in, and this place, it's got two massive front doors that you would imagine takes probably most of the students or whoever's working inside here during the day to close at night.
Mm.
But during the day, they remain open. As you walk in,
Right.
you actually see moving on their own accord broomsticks
Yeah.
sweeping
Nice.
the floors.
Wheat.
And as you cross the floors, the broomsticks actually sweep behind you rather hurriedly, like they're a little put out that you would walk through the area that they're cleaning.
Wally.
And then you see a pleasant young man with spectacles and straw-colored hair, you would guess he's probably maybe 20. But he looks up at you, bespectacled, as you walk up to the front desk. Oh, well, hello. How can we help you? We don't see many of your kind.
Uh, okay, young sir, is it possible that we can meet your
The
I guess
Magister!
yeah,
Magister Lester.
Lester?
Oh, the High Magister.
Yes.
Very well. His morning is free. He doesn't have anything on his calendar. If you want to go ahead and proceed up, and he points to a staircase behind him that starts on one side of the tallest tower, like central tower, and it looks like this thing winds up for, oh God, many hundred feet. And
Lead the
then,
way, young sir.
well, I have to stay here and man the front desk for in case anyone comes in.
Ah, gotcha. Well,
But
we'll make
but
our way.
if you take the stairs, and again he points to the stairs as he says stairs,
Mhm.
almost like he's trying to show you the direction that you should
I
go.
know. I wanted to see if he'd follow us.
And he says, just right that way. We'll take you up to him, and I'll send him a message letting him know that you're on your way.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And he nods, and you see him writing on a little piece of parchment. And then he folds it up and he whispers to it. And then it jumps out of his hands and starts flying up to the top of the tower.
And then I'm going to stop and kind of walk back over to the young secretarial lad and say, "Now, whom did you tell the High Magister is coming to meet him?"
I told him 2 half-elves, a dragonborn, and a turtle.
Hmm. I guess we should have introduced ourselves before. That's our fault.
And he sort of shrugs. He's like, I don't think it'll matter either way.
Okay.
Oh,
Come on,
all right.
Turka.
So yeah, I'll follow
All right.
and start heading up the stairs.
So you guys spend a considerable amount of time climbing stairs, but you eventually come to the top. And at the top is a large couple of double doors, and it says the Central Sagium, and I'll put that in here.
Mm.
So again, you're standing at 2 large double doors that
I
say
knock.
Central Sagium on them.
Mhm.
Okay.
Shall we knock?
Yeah, I knock.
All right, Soren, you knock, and after several moments, the doors just sort of magically open in front of you. No one opens them.
Mm.
And inside, you see a very elaborate, ornate area, almost like a cathedral. You know you're at the top of like the tallest tower in this place
Mhm.
because the light's coming through a very intricate, very expensive looking not stained glass, but glass dome from the top. You see a gnome furiously working back here at some sort of what appears to be, Soren, in your estimation, some sort of magical research workstation.
Mm.
And as you walk in, he doesn't really seem to take notice of you at all. He looks like he's reading like a little piece of parchment, and then he sets it down and continues his work.
Good morning, sir. We're here to meet with the High Magisterium.
The high what? And he looks up and he kind of squints at you.
Yes, we're here to meet with the High Magisterium.
I don't know who the High Magisterium is, but
Oh,
if you're
sorry.
looking for the High Magister, you found him.
I'm Magister. Oh, sorry.
Is your
The
name
High
Lester?
Are you Lester, good sir?
Yes, I am Lester, Professor Lester Hovenwaltz.
Good morning,
Thank you for
dear
seeing
Professor.
us, sir.
And he nods. Yes, of course. The lad downstairs let me know you were coming. What is it? What is it we can do for you?
We are seeking information about the the oh, shoot.
Order Esoterica.
Order Esoterica. There you go. I forgot the first one. The Order Esoterica. They seem to be after us and other folks uh, that they deem should not wield magic or have items of magic.
And he squints at you again, and then you see him kind of come around the little podium where he has. He kind of waddles his way over to you. He looks all of you up and down in turn, and then he waves his hand, and you see what appears to be some sort of arcane dust, maybe sprinkling forth from his hands,
Mhm.
and then all of your magical items begin to glow. And he said, "Oh, I see why they're after you. Well,
Well, sorry.
no, it's good for you that you've managed to stay alive so long. Others have not fared as well as you have."
They seem to have a special interest for us because they, I guess, they have some seers that have felt that we will, get in their way, and so they've uh, been after us particularly. Uh, we never even heard of them until they started attacking. Can you give us some insight on how and where we may be able to try to combat this foe?
Give me a persuasion check, Soren.
Okay. Persuasion.
Oof. All right. So, you ask him, and he kind of scratches his chin a little bit, and then looks all of you up and down again, and says, "Well, I suppose it won't hurt if I tell you what I know.
Mm.
Certainly, we've had other folks try to say they want to step in and try to help, but then we don't hear from them again.
Mm.
But near as we can tell, they're operating in this region out of the area north here, up by the old abandoned Rowville Manor, and possibly also at the Rowville Tower on the island there up in the lake.
Mm.
But that's just the bunch that's working out of this area. We suspect that they have another base of operations in a extraplanar facility called the Sepulchre.
Mm.
And I'll type that in chat for you. The
Okay.
Sepulchre.
And that was Rowville
Oh,
Manor. And what was the Rowville?
Like,
Uh,
so
the lake. Gotcha.
you think they're traveling from another plane?
Well, we think that they've got a base in this area, but then they've got a base of operations in just about every area in the west, and then and we believe that, like you said, to be up in Rowville Tower and Rowville Manor, up there on Lake
Mm.
Fortune and north of it, and we believe there's a larger force, and it's extraplanar, this sepulcher, and we believe that's where their leadership also is.
High Magister, how did they become so prevalent?
Well, these have been troubling times of late with all of the excursions. And he kind of says that word deliberately and pauses and then says, so many months ago, over in Donhold and throughout, we had reports of the creatures appearing.
Mm.
And
Yes,
We
we
fought
have
some of them.
some history with them.
it weakened the order so very badly, and that was when the Order Esoterica, who's been fomenting inside us for so long, decided to make their move.
Mm.
Now, they claim that they're trying to recover magic from the masses because people don't know how to properly use them and don't show the proper safety concerns. But the higher up leadership in the Order Arcanum thinks that they may be taking those magic items and using them for a far more sinister purpose that we're not yet aware of.
Mm.
Have you sent your own resources to investigate?
The Order has, yes. I am not privy to those decisions or what was done, but we do have people working on the inside, feeding us information. But
Mm.
you have to understand they can only give us so much information without risking themselves. And if they're
Yeah.
caught, they'll be murdered.
Is the sepulcher? Is it a plane or is it a place within a plane?
Again, it's extraplanar. So when we say extraplanar, and he kind of talks slowly like he thinks you're dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Extraplanar, that means adjacent to our own plane, but not our plane.
Oh, I understand that. I was just making sure it wasn't. I've never heard of this, the sepulcher, but I do understand extraplanar. But I just didn't know if it was a place within a plane or if it was a plane itself.
The sepulcher
Gotcha.
is supposedly an ancient library filled with forbidden knowledge.
Oh my.
That's the stories anyway that we hear
Hmm.
tale of.
Is there any way of trying to get there that you
Not
know
that
of?
not that we know of. No,
Mm.
I'm sure the Order Esoterica has their own ways to access it, of course, but those ways are unknown to us.
Have you been able
Mm.
to capture any of the rogue magic users?
Well, some of them have been killed before, and we've I know there have been some efforts at, and he kind of looks around, necromancy, trying to find out what the dead know, so to speak. But they've been
Mhm.
shielded against it. They undergo rituals that harden them, even in death, against interrogation.
Mm.
And none have
So
been
capturing
captured
it's not going to
alive.
help. Gotcha.
And he looks between the both of you. I'm sorry, what? I didn't hear either one of you.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Porca.
No, no, I defer to you, Soren. You are the magic user of our group.
So trying to capture any of them to for questioning is not going to help us at all. I'm
Uh,
assuming. So yeah.
most likely not in our experience. It has not.
Mhm. And then are these are all of them pretty hardened in their belief?
Yes, they're all zealots.
Okay. All right. Uh, good to know. Uh, I
Loomis.
hate to see. Go ahead. Sorry.
Loomis, do you have any questions? You seem to be thoughtful over there. All right.
I think Loomis
Well,
is asleep.
Oh no.
uh,
Hagar. Hagar.
He's here. He says he's
Are
there.
you
I think
muted?
he's having
And
audio issues. I guess he's having audio issues.
are you muted? Unmute yourself and
Uh,
roleplay with
I'm
the
good.
rest of us.
Yeah, sorry, my wife was in here yelling at me earlier. I had to mute it. So
I didn't mean
he
to call you out, brother.
no, that's fine. I was ready to say something. I wanna. He wants. Well, sir, aren't you worried about the Order of Esoterica? Is there a plan? They seem to be encroaching heavily.
I know that the order at its base, its headquarters in Dawnhold, I know that they're taking measures. I just don't know what they are. You have to understand I'm just the head of the college. I'm not part of the war committee.
Who should? Is there anyone that we should seek out to work with to help?
If you wanted to continue to go up the food chain, I guess you would probably try to seek out the head of the Order Arcanum herself, Jazera Spellsong.
Is she in town?
She's in Dawnhold.
Maybe we won't be
Hi,
going that far out. But go ahead. Sorry.
Hi, Magister. You mentioned that others have met with you,
Yes,
and they have not come back.
yes, that's true. Some of my own former students.
Do you know where they went? Maybe we could start our trail by looking into their disappearance. Maybe they had a lead that we could follow up on.
Well, the last I saw them, they had indicated that they were going to try to investigate Rollville Tower and Rollville Manor themselves.
Mm.
Sounds
Seems
like
like,
our next stop.
yes, it seems like we should head towards Roeville Manor.
Just be very careful. They're very well armed and organized, very well equipped. Very, very dangerous people.
If they, in talking with Kerr, the High Constable, it sounded
Yes.
like the attacks are almost daily on this town.
Yes, we've had almost daily incursions, trying to cause some sort of calamity or another, trying to disrupt operations here in Arcadium. You have to understand this is not just a school. This is also a highly refined and sophisticated research and development facility.
Well, I certainly can appreciate that. Uh, have has the Greater Order sent you any help or any? I I I just failed to see how a college of such high standing hasn't been reinforced to help with such a an incursion. I mean, daily. This isn't. This is almost a siege.
Well, usually the constables and the city watch are enough to bring order to whatever's going on. I heard there was some sort of construct dropped in the city market yesterday.
A giant Iron Man. We
Yep.
were able to take him out ourselves.
We took it down.
Oh, that was you.
Yes, I believe it's called an Iron Golem.
Ah, well. Well, then I imagine it's the Order Esoterica that needs to be careful of you.
Happy to be of service, sir.
Well,
Yes.
do you have anyone that we could consult if we were to head towards Rowville Manor or the tower? We would probably leave in the morning, and if you had anyone that could give us any maps or anyone that's been there prior that could
And
give us any information.
Cole actually taps on your back and he's holding a parchment. He did buy a map. He does own a map of the entire region. He bought it. I believe he bought it from the bookstore where he
Oh,
had a
Oh
crush on
yeah,
that
that's
lady.
true.
from the
Now,
lady he loves.
back during his fur days. Um,
Back
there's
when he
a
was a furry, yeah.
let's see. The so when shoot, let me get that map. Is there anything particular about Rowville Manor or the tower or the lake that we should probably be careful of, other than normal wild monsters or what have you, but anything in particular?
Well, it's the home estates of the Rowville family. It's a very powerful, noble family. We believe that they are fitting a lot of the funding for the Order Esoterica,
Oh,
providing
so the
providing
uh,
them troops, mercenaries, and providing material goods, foodstuffs, supplying them.
so the
Does that
Rowville
fam-
family's still around, I see.
does that family have a beef with your order?
That I can't tell you. I've never actually met a member of the Rowville family, but yes, no, they are. Much of the family is still alive and operating up out of that estate.
Mm.
All right.
The tower, I think, was vacant for a time. Perhaps it still is. I don't know, but it was used for alchemical research uh, by the patriarch of the Rowville family, Henry
Mm.
Rowville. That's the current owner, the young Henry Rowville. It was his grandfather that built and used the tower.
Well, it sounds like we should snoop around the tower.
Sounds like a good idea.
Or we could talk to Jariza Spellsong before we do that.
Well, that she's up in
She's
Donfold though.
she's days from here.
Hmm.
Hmm. I think a direct approach sounds like a good idea for
Y'all
them.
are more or less in Chicago. She's in New York City.
Okay. To the tower it is. Let's snoop.
Shall we?
Hi,
I think.
Magister.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a
We
scary.
appreciate you visiting with us. We know your time is valuable.
And he looks a little nervous now, and he says, "Yes, well, just take care, all of you."
Did you hear that
We will.
noise?
Why do you seem nervous, High Magister?
It sounds like more of those damned wyverns.
Let's go
Now,
and see
Soren,
what we can do. Yes.
you know that that was not a wyvern.
Mm.
You know that that was a dragon.
Oh my. Shall we? Did any of these
Can we peek
open
out the
out
window?
to a door or a veranda?
Not a window that you could see out of, really.
Mm, gotcha. Then,
This is all an ornate glass in here, and it's all very thick.
is there a very efficient way of getting leaving here, sir? So that way we can
Going down the
see what we
stairs is
can.
probably the fastest way, or just jumping over the side if you want to fall.
If we have feather fall, I would do it, but no. Um, okay. Well, good day to you, sir.
Yes, good day to you as well, and good luck. I hope you're not killed.
I hope so too, sir.
And he smiles sincerely.
Okay. Quick, everybody to the bat pole. I mean, to the bat stairs.
Can we slide down the banister?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, those of you wanting to slide down the banister, remember what I said. This is like 300 feet up.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
those of you wanting to slide down the banister, give me a DC 18 acrobatics check.
Nice.
I
Failing
don't think I can do that.
failing that means you will fall, and
I
you will
never.
take at least 100 d6 of damage.
I will not do that.
100 d6.
Well, so you fall. You take a d6 for every like 10 feet that you fall,
Hmm.
but it caps off at like 100. So like if
Yeah,
you fall 300 feet, you're not going to take 300 d6. You're only going to take 100 d6 at the max.
Yeah.
But anyone wanting to slide down the banister can absolutely try.
thanks.
Levis looks over the edge and thinks better of it.
All right. Cole steps up and says, "Well, I'm not a pussy.
Oh
Get it?
God.
Get it? Because he used to be at
He
the
was.
back.
He was. Yeah.
But then yeah, he looks over the side too and is like, we could just run down. It'd probably be fairly quick."
Yep.
And he nods and
Yep.
starts
So I
running.
head down.
All right. So you guys head down back to the first floor. And as you get down to the first floor, you see now that there are a lot of students and what look to be faculty and just people from the city all flooding in now, heading in very panicked, very scared from the streets outside of the university. And once again, you hear that same Soren, give me a history check.
All right. By the way, if you're playing a sound effect, I can't hear it.
It was a dragon.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That's
It was a dragon.
that's your fault. That's on your end. You can figure that out on
It
your
is?
own. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's an Apple thing.
Yeah, that's Apple stuff, I
Okay.
guess. All right. So, with a 23, that dragon's roar is actually very familiar to you.
Oh God. All right. Is that reminding me of Shaldor?
You can't place it anywhere, but it sounds like a roar that you've heard at least a few times in your life before.
Galdor's no dragon.
Well, he inhabited a dead dragon, I think, at one point.
Well, he
Does that
inhabited
sound like my?
he inhabited a gray dragon or a green dragon, and you guys killed the green dragon.
Mm.
And then he came back, I think, a second time in the green dragon. What was left of the green dragon's body?
Does it sound like my father?
With a 23, it sounds a little like your father, but not your father.
Well, step out and see what we see.
All right, give me just a moment to get this map finalized.
Oh goodness.
As you step out the doors, the front doors of the university, and cross the plaza past the fountain, as you get outside, your eyes kind of narrow in the day sun, Soren, and you see your older brother, Glimmermaw. He's your older half brother.
Mm-hmm.
Your father's one of your father's older sons.
Okay.
And as you step out, he squints and kind of stares at you. Soren, give me a perception check.
I will do that. A perception check. All right.
You notice that your half brother's eyes are giving off sort of a smoldering black effect. Looks like black, necrotic, unhealthy energy.
Mm. Can I tell if it's of a arcane nature that's taking over his mind.
Give me another history check.
Okay. Just check.
Oof.
I was hoping it
Um.
was gonna be Arcana, but gotcha.
Well, the reason that I made it not Arcana is because you've dealt with this before. You just don't. You're not putting the pieces together.
Oh gosh.
I know you'd
Yeah.
love everything to be Arcana, but that's not how the world works.
Actually, you know what? I actually had the same bonus now that I look at it. Is did Shaldor have a look like that?
You can't remember.
Gotcha.
With an 8 or with a 9, you cannot remember.
Yeah, you rolled a 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do better than that.
Gotcha.
I will give you a freebie though, and say that he does seem out of sorts.
Yeah. Uh,
I'm gonna yell over at Soren, or I guess, why are you yelling at me? You're standing right next to me. But I'm gonna
um,
ask, who, do you know this dragon?
yes, it's my brother, but he seems to be under some kind of influence. Uh, oh, God, I don't even know how we're. I do not want to kill my brother. Um, let's.
Yeah, this
Uh,
you're actually on really good terms with Glimmermaw. Or
Yeah.
hang on here, I misspelt that. There's an L in that name, Glimmermaw.
Is there any way of going? Sorry. Go ahead.
When you guys were younger, he
Mhm.
used to kind of look out for you.
Is there any way of doing non-lethal damage? I know we could do it with weapons, but with spells, or is it no? A lightning bolt's a lightning bolt. Disintegrates, disintegrate. Finger of death is finger of death.
Ah, you're precious. Never change.
You could make uh Stokel turn him into a mouse.
Oh, I
And
could turn him into a
or
mouse too.
you could turn him into a cat. We could just pet him.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna try casting dispel magic,
Okay.
and in hopes that might work. And I'm gonna cast it at a high level, which is going to hurt. And I know you're gonna laugh because it's not gonna do any good, and I'm gonna waste that level of spell.
You're casting it at level 7.
Yes,
Nothing happens.
of course.
There doesn't seem to be a spell effect affecting him.
Oh God.
And yes, I will take a free action and laugh at you using a 7th level spell. Hee hee hee.
Exactly. Hey, it was worth a shot. Um, okay. Glimmerbond. What ails you? What ails you, brother?
The fact that I am related to such weak blood as you.
Glimmerbond, this has never been our relationship, and you know that father, would be very distressed if either of us become hurt.
Then I'll spare you and only kill your friends.
No, you cannot kill my friends. They are very powerful. My brother, extremely powerful. When did you start feeling this way?
What way would that be?
Feeling this anger towards us. How did that happen?
When you got away from me in Lutezka.
Got away from you in Lutezka?
Mm,
Oh goodness. Um, I see. Poor guy, it's Shaldor.
yeah. Your brother seems to be uh, a host body for he who. It's a name I don't want to say.
What happened to Luteska?
Well, this may not be the time to talk about it. Where's this
Yes,
voice coming from? This
Shaldor,
may not be the time to talk about it.
Shaldor, stay away from my brother.
It's too late
If
for
you want
that.
to fight us, fight us
He has
as we
become
are.
he has become such an inviting vessel. All of this power, even more powerful than the last time that I encountered all of you. Where is that fat little dwarf friend of yours?
He's living large in Luteska if you want to find him.
I'll kill him later. You have a new friend, it looks like. He has the stink of elf on him.
Yeah, Soren, you say this is your brother?
He's not my brother. He is my brother, but he's being possessed by Shaldor, a demon who has been uh, uh, on our tracks for some time. Would if I
You
was to
have
banish,
yourselves to thank for that. You freed me after all.
we'll fix that. Uh, Mechanics question: if I was to uh, banish my brother,
Mm-hmm.
would when his body comes back, uh, will Shaldor still be inhabiting it?
Yes.
Okay.
If you
Gotcha.
banish,
But,
if you try to banish your brother right now, Shaldor goes with him.
yeah, I know that. But would he come back? You know, when when
Yeah, it's a concentration spell. You can end the banish anytime you want to, but they're both going to come back.
they're both gonna come back.
It's kind of like if you
Um,
polymorphed him, you're just going to prolong it. Really, that's all it's doing. You're just
oh
prolonging
yeah,
it.
yes,
Soren,
yeah.
maybe you could talk to him about a good memory. Maybe, do you think your brother will hear you?
Glimmermaw, I know you're in there. You remember how we, uh, first met, and how our father was so happy that we met without his even introducing us.
Make a first of all, is this a legitimate memory of you and your
Yeah,
brother? All right, make a
making
persuasion check.
one persuasion check. All right, persuasion.
So, as you say
Damn
that,
it!
you see the form of your brother stiffen, and his face curls into a grimace. And then
That's you,
suddenly,
Glimmermaw.
and then
Yes.
suddenly, his eyes seem clear for a fleeting moment. And he looks down at you and speaks to you in the voice that you remember. And says, Soren, brother, you and your friends must leave. He means to kill you. He is very angry. Ah! And then his eyes go back to that possessed sort of smoky dark again. And he begins to laugh at you mockingly. Yes, Soren. Yes, run. I do mean to kill you. Running will just increase my fun. And
Fair enough.
and
Gentlefolk, let's run.
as
Oh,
he
sorry.
says that, he inhales deeply and breathes fire down upon you and Torka. Because you guys are actually angled correctly.
Mm.
All right. So now the good news is you're going to, bad news is you're going to make a saving throw, but the good news is that you're going to
Standing
get
next to me.
you're standing next
Yep.
to Torka. So,
Yes.
do 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 do. Make a DC 21 Dexterity saving throw,
Okay.
and actually, hang on, I have to go in and do the formula for that. That is not the damage you take. It could actually be lower. or it could be much higher.
Not a great save.
You do get a
Oh
plus.
shit!
You do get a +4 to that.
So
Yeah,
16.
but it's a DC 21 dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Right.
Good thing you're a gold dragonborn, because I think you have resistance
yeah.
to fire damage. Torka.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I
Torque.
get creamed.
Yeah, that's not going to help you much. Torka, you take 72 points of fire damage. Soren, you take 36.
Yowzas.
Yep.
Soren, why is there no points in your hit points on your token?
Oh, I don't know. There is on my character sheet.
What does it say on your character sheet?
What? My character? Oh my gosh, they're all gone. I don't know how they disappeared. Okay. All right. So okay. Let me get them back on here. Okay. There we go. All right. So 67 minus
Minus 36.
36.
Torka, in the meanwhile, I believe is down.
Why?
How many hit points did you have before he breathed on you?
108.
Oh, you did? Okay, never mind then.
I'm down to 36.
All right. So, with that, let's go ahead and get our initiative in.
We slept, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we-
slept.
we did, yeah.
You've got all your hit points back. You've got all your spell slots back.
Yeah, so I was 108.
And mechanics wise, if we leave the map, we disengaged.
If you leave the map, you have fled combat.
All right, good. We are fleeing combat, everybody. Let's see, where's my?
I will say that if you flee the combat, that's pretty much going to be the end of our play session tonight. This is
Oh, damn it!
this made up a big bulk of what we were going to do tonight. So if you run away from it, that's fine, but you're going to end the session way early. Just FYI.
We just need Stokel to turn him into a mouse.
And then we can go see the High Magister and see if we can.
Loomis says, Soren, you should try and talk to him again. It worked a little bit before. We won't last long.
Okay. Yes.
Torka, you hear
Uh,
that, and you're like, "Who's we, Kimasabi? You're not the
Yeah.
one that just got barbecued."
Well, we're here together.
Yeah. Kiss my ass, Kimosabi.
Yeah. What's this we shit?
We're literally 10 feet apart.
Well, my 10 feet was worse than your 10 feet.
There's Torka and I need to.
Hang on, I've got to see if his breath weapon recharges.
It doesn't.
It does not.
Yes.
What were you saying, Soren?
There's Torka and I need to roll off. Who goes first?
What is your dexterity, Torka?
14. Let me check. Dex is 2. 1. 12.
12. Okay, Soren, what is your dexterity?
18.
Yeah, Soren wins. So,
All right, there we go.
Soren will go before Torka, and I will roll for Cole. All right, decent. And he will go after. Ooh, whoa. Torka and Cole. He will go. Dagnabbit, I have a button for this. There we go. All right, so that's our lineup. Torka, you're first. What would you like to do? You just got roasted.
Oh, I thought Soren was going in front of me.
Oh yeah, Soren has the highest DC or dexterity. Sorry, you're right.
Okay. Is he on? is he on top of the roof or is he flying?
Yes,
Or
he is on
okay,
top of this 2-story roof looking down.
okay, gotcha. Um, okay, so I'm going to. I'll try polymorphing him into an armadillo. See if we can capture him. Let's see. Um,
You were the chosen one.
all right, polymorph, and uh, he will have to roll at a disadvantage.
Then he'll roll it normal because Shaldor gives him advantage.
Yeah.
So, gotta beat an 18 on a wisdom saving throw. And he does.
Fuck. Damn it. Dang.
He actually has a
Um,
+8 wisdom save.
Okay. And I hollered to him and say, "Remember how Father was so happy when we got together, and we'd never seen him quite so happy because he was always, you know, almost could care less sometimes. Remember that." And then that's me.
All right. Torka, you're up. So Soren was trying to talk sense into him, but he kind of lets out a mocking kind of dragon laugh. And you see him look down back at Soren and say, "Oh, trust me, I'm very overjoyed that we're back together."
Um. All right. I will. I'm going to drop a moonbeam on him.
All right.
And as I'm conjuring the moonbeam with my fat little Torca hand,
Mm-hmm.
as I'm looking very burnt to shit, I'm gonna look over at Soren and say, "Is there any reason we shouldn't kill this brother of yours that's Sheldor?" And then I'm gonna try and call a cone of moon light down on this dragon.
All right. So he does make the save. He has a +13 Constitution save. So that's 2d10 radiant damage. So roll your 2d10 radiant damage, and then it'll be half of that. That'll be the damage he takes.
Okay. So 8.
All right. So he does take some damage as your moonbeam hits down into him. And you are currently concentrating on that moonbeam. Did you want to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm zooming the map out. I did say what I said to Soren, and I'm going to move 5, 10. I'm going to move over to here. No, that'll put my friends in danger. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move over to here, 5, 10, to here,
Okay.
and that'll end my turn.
All right. Next up is Cole. Cole is going to move. He's got 30 feet of movement. He's going to move over here. And he tries to reach out towards you, Torka, but he doesn't have enough movement left in this action. So instead, he is going instead of the spell he wanted to cast, he is going to cast Healing Word at you, but he's going to cast it at level 4. Give me just a second here. So you take 11 points. Wow, that's a really bad roll. Yeah, 11 points of healing from Cole.
I give him the little heart sign with my 2 webbed hands.
All right. Next up is, that'll end Cole's turn. Actually, hang on. He's got a bonus action. Does he want to Bardic Inspire somebody? Yes, he is going to give a Bardic Inspiration. So this will be a D10 to you, Torka.
Ooh.
So that can be used on an attack or a saving throw or a skill check.
Okay.
Next up is Glimmermaw, pardon me,
Normal.
who flies up off the top of this building, beating his mighty wings. Torka, you, Cole, and Soren feel this powerful downdraft as he lurches himself off the top of the building. Comes down over here by Loomis. Looks at Loomis and says, "Did they tell you when you fell in with them that they had such powerful enemies?" And then he is going, well, the first thing he's going to do is he is going to cast Frightful Presence. That's everybody, because everybody is within 120 feet of him, and you can all see him. So everybody needs to give me a DC 21 Wisdom saving throw.
Wait a minute.
All right, Soren fails, Loomis fails.
Wait a minute.
Oh
If you're
no,
within,
Loomis for a natural 20.
No, natural 20 doesn't apply on saving throws and skill
Oh.
checks, dude. That's only on attack
Damn.
rolls.
if you're
Gotcha.
within 10 feet of me, you may not be frightened.
Soren failed it hard enough. He's definitely frightened. Let's see here.
Did you hear what I said? Okay.
The only one within 10 feet of you is Cole.
Okay.
All right, so Cole will make his Wisdom saving throw. He gets a 22 and beats it handily. He is not scared. So I still need one from Torka, and I still need one from Loomis.
Can
Wisdom
you hear me?
saving throw. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Cole cannot be frightened. As I said, if you're within 10 feet of me, you cannot be frightened.
Oh, okay.
I emit an aura of courage.
All right.
And Loomis did roll. He
Yeah, we're
failed,
still. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Loomis failed. Pardon me. All right.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. When I saw you measure from Cole, I thought you were measuring that he was
No, I
10
thought
feet
I
of
was going
you.
to give him the bonus. It's fine. All right. So at this level, he's just, if he's within 10 feet, he can't be frightened.
Exactly. And
Okay, very
later
good.
on, I give a 30 foot. But yeah,
Very good. Totally awesome. You still need a roll.
Oh, I can roll, but I can't be frightened.
Does it affect you?
Yeah,
Or
it's an
just
aura.
or just anybody within 10 feet of you?
You and all friendly creatures within 10 feet
Oh,
of
okay.
you cannot be frightened
All right,
while you're conscious.
All right,
If
don't
I'm
worry.
unconscious.
All right, don't worry about it. Just tell me to fuck off with my saving throw. All right.
No, I'm not trying to.
Don't worry, I'm frightened. I'm
I'm
frightened.
I'm sorry. I just was saying I can't be frightened.
No, that's fine. All right, so let's see here. Let's put. a crying tear on Soren
What?
and on Loomis, who are both frightened.
All right.
Now, what that means, Loomis, when you're frightened, is that you cannot move forward closer to this thing. You can only move away from it.
Okay.
While it is within your view, you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
So now it is going to try to bite you, and then it's going to try to make two claw attacks on you. So here comes the bite. That's a 30. I think that hits you.
Okay.
You take 22 piercing from his bite.
Okay.
And then, after he kind of crushes you in his mouth and tosses you a little bit like a dog with a chew toy, here come the claws. That's a crit, and that's a hit. He doesn't have advantage on those, so those are just the first number. All right, so the crit is 22 damage, and then the
Okay.
second claw attack is another 18. So that's 40 points total.
Okay.
So, Soren, you just watched your quote-unquote brother just bite and claw into Loomis savagely. And Loomis looks terrified. As terrified as you.
Mm.
All right, Loomis, it is your turn.
Okay. He is going to move back. Let's see here.
Sold my armor.
Right here.
All right, as you move away,
Mm.
he will try to hit you with his tail.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a hit.
Okay.
You take another 17 bludgeoning damage
Ugh.
as you run away.
All right. He'll fire off two
Hang on.
crossbow.
Just a second. I have to see if the dragon gets his breath back. He does not. Okay. All right, Loomis, continue.
Like to shoot his crossbow at him.
All right, you have disadvantage on the shot.
Okay.
So you shoot your crossbow, and you hear it soars past him as you shoot it with shaky hands, and it goes through. It breaks the window over here, and then you hear a "ow" in the dwelling from the other side of the street.
I hear a what?
You hear what sounds like a man scream "ah" in agony.
Oh wow. Okay. Is it an action to take a healing potion?
It is a bonus action.
Okay. I might as well do the other crossbow.
All right. So, with disadvantage, a 23. This time you still shoot it with the same shaky hands, but this time it actually does manage to hit him. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
All right. Very good. So you've moved, you've taken your attack action to attack twice. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, that'll end my turn.
All right. Next up, top of round 2. Soren, you're up.
I'm gonna try one more time to see if I can change him into something that we can manage. Other than that, we'll have to run, brothers. Let's see. Okay. And once again, I'll cast it. Heighten the spell.
All right. He will still have advantage from being possessed by Shaldor, but so that'll just be normal. Spell save 18.
Yes.
All right, he's good.
Fuck.
He's got a plus 13 or something.
He's got a plus 18 on his wisdom save. He has a plus 13 on his constitution saves.
Um, and uh, let's see. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let's see. 5, 10, 25, 30. Brothers, let's run. There we go.
All right,
And
next.
that's my turn.
Next up is Torka.
All right. I am going to. I'm going to move my.
You're gonna
I'm
shake
gonna
your
move
booty.
my. I'm gonna shake my money maker. I'm gonna move the moon beam
Okay.
over back on top of Shaldor,
Okay.
and so once I put it over him, he'll take another 2d10. So he would take 16 unless he passes his Constitution save,
Oh yeah.
which he does. So he'll
So
take 8.
he takes 8 once more.
And then I'm going to move. Um, 5, 10. Ugh. 10. Stockles next. 15. Ugh. I can't save you both.
Soren has declared his intent to run away.
Alright, I'm going to move to here,
Okay.
which is going to end Loomis's frightenedness.
Okay.
And I'm going to yell out to any of my friends that will listen. What are we doing here? This is your brother, Soren. Sort of. Out of character. I'm assuming, though, anything that has to do with shape shifting, nothing matters. Yeah, no. Never mind.
He's
I
not
won't even.
polymorphed. He's
Yeah, no.
possessing.
I won't even. Sorry. That
Okay.
ends my turn.
Okay. All right. Next up is Cole. Cole is going to run up 10 feet. He is going to cast Healing Word on Loomis at 4th level as he runs past. Loomis, you get 13 hit points.
Okay.
And then Cole continues up here, and he looks at you, Torka, and says, I know the way to get to the road going north out of the city. That'll get us out to the woods, and we should be able to lose him from there. And he heads north and disappears off the map.
Well, he also conjures 17 bears and 3 wood badgers.
Or he might if he was still here, but he's not. All right, next up is our friend
Mhm.
who is going to fly across the plaza and land right here.
Now,
Oh man.
does he take damage when he leaves the?
Moonbeam, no, it's when he enters it for the first time on his turn, or if he
Okay.
starts his turn inside it. Or no, because it would have to be when he enters it into when it contacts him. Like if he leaves, like he just did, the moon you're gonna have to move your moonbeam back over on him.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a big deal for me to put 6 more damage on him or something.
Yeah.
I'm just
No. No.
mechanically acting.
Yeah. You don't get to hit him twice with the same movement of moonbeam. All right. So, he's gonna make 3 attacks. First attack, he is going to bite his brother Soren.
Mm.
21 hits.
Um,
And 1 second. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, you're fine.
I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay. All right. He will angrily then swipe at Torka and swipe at Loomis. First one at Torka, hits. Second one at Loomis. Misses, I think. No, wait, hang on.
16.
Yeah, he
16.
hits. Okay. So, the one on Torka does 14 slashing, and the one on Loomis does 16 slashing.
Okay.
14. Okay.
All right, Loomis. Now, you are currently not afraid of this thing because of Torka. But the minute he is no longer within 10 feet of you, you will be scared again because you have not actually passed the saving
Okay.
throw.
Can I disengage?
You can. Yeah, you can disengage and leave if you want to.
Will that he get an attack of opportunity?
Not if you disengage.
Okay, that's
But-
what I want to do.
All right.
And that's like an action. Like
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
an action to disengage, and then you can move. And you want to move
Oh.
off the map after
Yeah, I want to
Cole?
follow. Yep, follow Cole.
All right. So we will take you out of initiative, and after he runs out, Soren's brother brings his tail down on Torka as a legendary action. He hits with a 26 for 11 bludgeoning.
Man,
All right.
your brother's a bitch.
Soren,
He
you're up.
isn't. All right. Um. I'm gonna cast one more time, and I'm leaving. Let's see. And I'm gonna definitely heighten it again.
All right. He is still good.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Uh,
upper level stuff is kind of starts to get immune to that bullshit after a while.
Yeah. I know. It's. I'm trying to think of the only way I can do this non-lethally. I can't kill my brother. Okay. Cool. And I will kill you, Shaldor. And then I'm out.
And he looks at you and says, I'm right here. Anytime. I'll be sure to drop in on Father. All right.
And I'm out.
Torka, all your friends are gone. They're fleeing out the north side of the city. What would you like to do?
I'm barely holding my entrails in.
You've been thumped pretty good.
Yeah, I've been thumped pretty damn good. Um,
Oh, wait, I need to see if he got his breath weapon back. He did not. Okay.
All right. Um. Um. Well. Um. I'm gonna hit him with my vicious war pick.
All right. 21 does hit for 10 damage.
And instead of swinging again, I'm gonna spit on the son of a bitch. And I guess I will move off the map.
All right. As you move away from him, he will get to make
Yep.
an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
And he will do that with his bite, which hits you for 14 piercing damage.
All right.
All right. And Torka
I'm down.
is out.
I'm down to 8.
God, I don't know why you didn't disengage. It's just like shit.
Hey man, I had to. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I had to spit on that son of a bitch.
I know. That's one way to tell Shadar,
We're not afraid of him. I mean,
exactly.
we're gonna die,
yeah.
but we ain't afraid of him.
So
Till next time.
you run north out of the city on that road, and you make it outside.
Ugh.
Hang on here. Where is? So you're like roughly here.
Mm.
And as you make it out of town, you see up above the shimmering golden form of Glimmermaw take to the sky, roar defiantly, and start scanning the forest for you. And that is where we will leave off.
Mm.
Ugh.
We'll get
All
you,
right.
Golden Maw.
And as you
Albert.
shout out, we're going to get you, Golden Maw. He sees you now. He has heard you. And he is making a dive for your position. That's where we'll pick up next time.
Ah, fuck.
So Torque is at 8 hit points. Loomis is at 26.
I didn't say how he was way over there. I didn't say how loud he was doing it.
It was under my breath.
It's under my
Just
breath.
look at you. He must have really good hearing.
You buys your ticket, you takes your chances. All right, so
Okay.
you will have to escape him one more time in the forest. When we start next time.
Should we pop a potion right now? Or a heal?
No,
We have
you're
time to heal while
going to do it in initiative because we're going to start off with initiative as he's diving towards you in the forest.
okay.
Because somebody yelled and alerted him to the fact where y'all were in the forest.
It was Cole.
It was Fiery Buckle. Yeah.
Cole Firebuckle is not the one who yelled, "We're going to get you!"
That's just talking
The
about
guy
Louis.
with 26 hit points. "We're going to get you!"
I don't know that I've ever done it, but I might play the entire next session just in my show. Just this rock over by a tree. Let me be.
Lord, please, let this dragon not see me. Cole still got all 106 hit points.
That's why he
Yeah.
said, "We'll get you." We'll get
That's
you.
not what Cole said. That's what Loomis said. "We're gonna
That's why
get
he
you.
said.
I still got enough fight in me to get to you."
That's why he said. I love Chris Head.
All right, we will pick it up there next time.
All right.
All
See you
right.
guys. Thank
All
you.
Good
right.
night,
Yep.
folks.
Take it easy.
Love you,
Night.
my brothers.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good
Bye.
night.